welcome to my channel. I'm Chaotic Curl. If this is your first time here, welcome. Or if you're like me and you've been here before, welcome back. Today we're actually going to be working on the back panel of the knitting cardigan that I've been working on in the last video. So today's going to be the second part, since the last video was the front panels, which we were able to complete both panels, one striped, one plain brown. So this is just a quick little intro, and then I'm going to drop in two clips that I actually made in the first video when I had first started, because as you can see at the end of the first video I was starting the back panel, so I did have some videos recorded or some clips recorded giving information about those, but I decided not to put them in the video because it was a little long. So in this one I'm actually going to include those clips now, and then we'll come back and we'll do some crocheting. Some knitting. I'm not crocheting in this video. Enjoy the clips.
So, there's been a change of plans. I'm actually going to use this color instead of using for ribbing. Instead of adding ribbon to the cardigan, I've decided I don't want ribbing at the bottom of the cardigan. I really like the way it already looks. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to color block in the back. So I'm going to do this portion, half of the back in this color, which is different from the browns that I've used so far. Then I'm going to use the dark chocolate brown, which is the plain panel that I have, that brown, along with the warm brown, which, let me just get those colors right here. Okay, I'm back. So in essence, this would be what the back panel would look like, where we'd have this color as the bottom half, and then the warm brown as 1/4 of the top, and the much darker brown as the other half of the top, so that we can have, that color blocking effect where I have just the one big stripe and then two rectangles on top of it. I'm hoping this goes well. So far I've been liking the way the stripe panel looks, and I really like the way the plain panel looks, so I'm hoping to do this color blocking here in the back panel, and then I can figure out what I'm going to do for the sleeves. Hopefully I'll have enough yarn, but so far I'm focusing on the panels, get the bigger parts done, and then we'll look into the sleeves.
to the back panel, and I had some counting to do first. I made sure that I still had the 70 stitches that I started with, which were good to go. I also marked it on the wrong side, on the wrong side of the project, of the panel, sorry. I marked it with a safety pin so that I don't have to count as I'm knitting. I can just knit, and then when it's time to change, I'll change. So that's what I'll do. And I also had to decide on which color I would be starting with. And I'm going to be starting with the warm brown on this side, and then the brown on the other side, of course. So that way, when the two front panels are added on, I'll have the warm brown on the back panel and the full brown panel on the front. And then here, I'll have the brown panel in the back and the striped panel on the front. Hopefully, I'm not getting this confused and I'm doing this the right way, but the color we're going to be starting the the color change with is going to be the warm brown, and then we'll go with brown. So let's get started. Okay, I got a little confused there, but I got it now. Thank you. so far we've got 3 rows. Let me show you guys the rows up in the middle so you can see. Well, kind of. You can get a better idea of what it's going to look like. I'm very excited about the way the stripe is going. See, it seems, well, it is seamless, kind of. It's going to be a big seam, like a big divide, but you know what I mean. It's going to look great. It's looking so great. I'm actually going to include in the description box the video that I used that helped me figure out how to do this, because I didn't know that this is a thing. I thought, you know, even though there's nothing new under the sun, I thought, oh wow, I just came up with something new. But yeah, so I'm gonna make sure to link that video down below so you guys can, you know, follow her tutorial as well, and if you want, make something of your own. But this is what I've got going so far. I'm going to keep knitting. I'm gonna get a couple of rows higher up, and once I get a little bit farther up, I'll check in and show you guys how everything is going. But so far so good. I'm still extremely excited about the way this swatch is going to turn out, and I'm still thinking about the sleeves, so be patient with me. But we're going good. We're almost done with the back panel. So excited. Good afternoon from Puerto Rico. As you can see from that last clip, it's been a few days since the last clip, but I have been working on the back panel and I did get a few more rows into it. As you can also see, I'm a little bit more organized with my yarn since I've finally been able to figure out how to twist it to switch from color between the panels. But here's what it's looking like so far. I'm very excited. Since my needle are only 14 inches and this back panel is 16 inches, it is going to be a little bit crinkled, but that's just for right now. Once it's finished, it's going to be 16 inches wide, 16 inches wide, 15 inches tall, and we'll have 3 beautiful shades of brown, I guess you could say, since this is brown. We're calling it cinnamon, remember, and this is our warm brown. Although I still feel like it's just warm sand or tan, but it is what it is. That's what it's called. And yeah, this is what it's looking like. I'm very excited. It's almost done. I'm gonna keep knitting and I'll come back hopefully when I'm halfway into this panel or when I'm done. We'll see. So, remember how I said I'd come back either when I was halfway or when it was finished? Well, it's finished, and I'm pretty sure you can tell that the warm brown was not warm brown as I suspected. This first portion was the color that I had originally started off with. It looks a little bit more golden, tan, and then this is the actual warm brown. So that happened, but I guess it was a happy little accident. It looks pretty cute. And then, like we agreed, I have brown in this other corner of the panel and the cinnamon color all the way on the bottom. So we have now a completed back panel. We have a front panel and we have the other front panel. So I'm just going to show you guys real quick what it's going to look like once they're put together the way they actually go. Okay, so as you can see, it worked out the way that I wanted, where the solid brown panel has the warm brown square in the back. I just have to get rid of that. I binded them together and I didn't even notice they were different colors. Like, completely missed it, but they're so similar, I really couldn't tell. Anyways, like I was saying, the warm brown panel in the back goes with the full brown panel in the front, and then the striped front panel has the brown back panel. And so I've been thinking about the sleeves. I have already started that video, but just so you guys know, I'm planning on making the sleeves 2 different colors, where this side would be the brown sleeve with stripes near the cuff, and then this side would be the warm brown sleeve with stripes near the cuff. So I'm gonna get working on those sleeves now that the back panel is finished, and I'll see you guys over there. Thank you so much for being with me. I'm gonna show you real quick the wrong side of the back panel. Again, those color change was by mistake, but we're going with it. It happened, okay? This is what the back panel is looking like, all done. Thank you for watching, and join me as I make some sleeves for this cardigan. It's almost done.